Well, fine, good afternoon all. This is Patricia and I am traveling for history. I am at the Calvin Coolidge State Historic Site today. It's located in Plymouth, Vermont. And this in front of us is the Wilder Barn. The Wilder Barn was once part of the Moore Wilder Farm. Built circa 1875, it is a bank barn. Built into the side or bank of a slope so that it could be easily entered on 2 levels. Typically, hay was stored overhead. Sorry, I had to get out of the way of the car. The dairy herd was on the main floor, and the basement was for other livestock and manure storage. The hand-hewn beams are pegged together, and the exterior is clad with unpainted vertical pine boards with narrow battens. The Wilder Barn now exhibits an extensive collection of agricultural equipment used on a typical hillside farm at the turn of the 20th century. So let us venture in. If you're considering visiting the Calvin Coolidge State Historic Site, I highly recommend it. This is my second time here, and I realize how much I missed the first time around. Now, I'm here on a Tuesday. It's open, at least in 2025, Tuesday through Sunday. And there is a lot to see here. And some of those places were closed when the last time I was here was on a weekend. And must have been a Saturday. All right. Well, you guys can enlarge that and read all of that if you wish. Look at that door. Isn't that big? And I'm guessing it's a thick door too. Well, thick enough. There is no smoking in here. I think it stands to reason, personally, but... Oh, this is a hay rake. I would say that looks like a very uncomfortable seat, but better than standing all day. And that down on the floor is an old spindle horse rake. Those are hay forks on the wall. That is a drag rake. On the wall there, those are scythes, snath. I've heard of a scythe. I've never heard of a snath. Let's continue down so we can look at more cool vehicles. Ooh, look at that little cannon. How cool is that? All right, so we have grindstones for scythe sharpening. This looks like a racing? No. What was that used for? Well, apparently you hook up a couple of horses to it. Huh. I think that's just a working vehicle as opposed to like race horses or something. It says here in 1879, the Brown farm produced 400 bushels of buckwheat, 62 bushels of wheat, 350 bushels of oats, 80 bushels of corn, 400 bushels of potatoes, 100 bushels of apples, and 80 tons of hay. Wow. Holy guacamole. Oh, wow. This piece in the back, starting all the way down there and going all the way over here, that is a derrick. So on the left we see a sign that says sugar or flour barrel, and then barrel headers on the right side. We have back there a modern cider press. This is a drag saw. I am thinking about that drag saw. I want to... Sorry. Making a lot of noise on the side here. I wonder if this were dragged by horses. I remember reading last year about trying to decide if that wheel there would have helped drive the saw, or a conveyor belt for an animal to walk on it to power the saw. For those who know things like that, I will conduct some research too, but fascinating. I love places like this. Love, 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 love them. All right, so there's a wooden cider press. Oh, maybe I thought I said modern. It's wooden cider press. The one in the back. That one there. And then this is an old cider press. You can see the bucket at the bottom. And then here's a threshing machine. I am wondering if these pegs that are sticking up were used to separate flax and chaff. Is that what they're separating? Because it reminds me of one of those boards at the Ethan Allen homestead that was used to do just that. Oh, here we go. Perhaps I just needed to walk a little farther up. Flails for thrashing grain stalks on floors. If you have ever visited Egyptian whatnot, there was an Egyptian god who carried a flail. I don't remember which one. You can tell me which one it was. But this one here, winnowing mills for separating chaff from grain. Oh, see, chaff. Da, da, da. So much work. So much work. I mean, farms are still a lot of work. And this is a bagging machine. Wow. Very cool. Then over here we have steel yards. Are you as excited about this stuff as I am? Oh, more stuff over here? Yes. Looks like there are more things downstairs. Should you venture here yourselves. Crop processing. And again, feel free to pause and read that. An elevator used in filling silos. I've seen these attached to barns recently, and barns near where I live. Well, there we go. A treadmill for a horse. Horses powered these saws that cut vertically, and they were used to cut logs that had fallen in the woods. Very specific. Nifty nonetheless. And this sign over here says corn or straw cutters. Now the treadmill I saw didn't have sides on it. Very impressive. But still, ooh. It says bone cutter. Man's green bone cutter. Huh. Sort of reminds me of a coffee press. Acme pulverizing harrow. Oh, where's Roadrunner? Where's Wile E. Coyote? Oh, we have a corn planter down here. Farming's already such back-breaking work, so anything that made it easier is fantastic. Two-wheeled garden row marker. And those are hoes. Long handle type, grub type. Another one of those cider presses. I don't know what kind of machine that is. This one right here is, but it's very impressive. And those are brush cutters on the wall hanging. Ooh. Oh, this part of the floor feels mushy. So I'm just going to stand here and take photos. And ooh and ah in this space. I'm guessing this was a horse stall. Although next to us is a horse barn that I'm going to be filming shortly. But yeah, this is very cool. Well, this is Patricia and I'm traveling for history. Thank you so much for coming with me today as I explored the first Wilder barn. The first of 2 or 3 Wilder barns. But I'm at the Calvin Coolidge State Historic Site located in Plymouth, Vermont. If you're thinking about visiting a state historic site, I highly recommend this one. There's a lot to see. There's a lot to do. Once you pay your admission price, you get to take a tour for free. I think the tour runs for 45 minutes. It's a really, really good tour. And the tour guide was able to answer everyone's questions and beyond. Really fabulous. Alrighty. Thanks for coming with me today, and I shall see you soon. Bye now.